All right, y'all, so there it is. There's the result of our road trip. It's the haul that we brought back. It's a 2002, according to the badge on the back, CRG Blue Demon. ICA was the 60th kart in 2002. ICC, 61st kart in 2002. It's FMK FIA rated 94th kart of the year, I guess, from the factory. It's got the little water pump mount on it, so you know it was made. This is ICC. That's even back before the KZ, but it does already have the updated. I knew it was 2000 or newer because it's already got the update that we're doing on this kart already on here. So this is a pre-2000 kart, the Renspeed, and this is a 2002. It's got the AIM steering wheel on it. Came with a couple probably useless wheels. I don't know, if they're useful or not. Spindle mount hubs, CRG pattern for the front. This looks like a standard pattern. These are standard pattern. It's got a nice axle in it. Wildcard components here. Probably the brake hub as well. All in good shape, man. Ven 99 series brakes, CRG. Same thing that came on this kart. We have the Joe Wallace four-wheel brake system, right? That we considered putting on our Renspeed until we got that straightened out. That'll drop right on here. So spindles, brake caliper, brake rotor hub, adjustable hub. These are, believe it or not, spindle mount adjustable hubs too. See that? But we'll drop all that right on. The dual master cylinder. That one is remotely mounted as well. That brake caliper, so there's no brake bracket welded to the chassis like we have on the Renspeed here, right? So it was designed that way. The newer stuff that we got from Joe also has its own bracket that bolts just like that one does. So as long as the rotor's the right diameter, we should have no problem dropping that right in place. And we got a boatload of stuff. Obviously, we got a little CR80 with it. It's the motor's it's intact. It's not blown up. The crank spins freely. No reed cage for the cylinder, but the cylinder's in good shape. Let me see if I can get you a look in there. Right? She's in good shape. So we're going to need to get a reed cage for it. Once John, the guy that sold us the package here, is going to find out from his guy that he got the stuff from and never did anything with what year the engine is. I think it's a Honda. I think it's a CR80. I don't know if it might be something else. It might be a Suzuki or something else. It doesn't say anything on it. There's no cover on this side. But everything's here, all the plugs, the ignition box. The coil that came with it is way too big. Probably doesn't go to this motor, but we'll get it figured out. Once we know what model year it is and what make it is, it's a dirt bike, right? We'll be able to get everything we need for it. He gave me this ring, so I'm assuming it's a Honda, but we'll find out. So it came with a little 80. That motor is not going to go back on the kart. We're obviously going to do 125. That's the idea. With this, wow. We don't want to buy another motor, but we don't need another motor. We got a Honda we got from Tony. We intended to put on this kart. We also have the RVS up top there in the milk crate, the Vortex. That's got very little time on it, maybe an hour. I don't think we ran it more than the track day. I'll have to look at our notes. But we can always put the old ICC engine on. Is actually right from around this homologation. I think the RVS was a 2002 homologation actually. So this would be a nice little vintage package with the RVS on it. The only thing we didn't get were Nerf bars, but I just test fitted this one here. Those we bought from Euro bars we bought from Margay. To update the Renspeed, they slide right in here. So it's all stock standard 2000 and later. We got a boatload of gears. The 18 we can use on the Enduro for road racing. The rest of this stuff, I don't know what kind of gearing an 80 would take for road racing. But I know for 125, this one might be useful. This is a 29, 28, 27, 25, 24, 21, and 18. That 18 is, we're happy to see that. That'll be useful stuff for us if we ever do get the Emic up there built. We'll have proper gearing for it. So a bunch of other stuff, RCE pipe, a couple of silencers, one of them titanium, bunch of pipe mounts, little, looks like bracket or whatever we need for the plastic bumper to go on the back. I think that's part of one of those setups. Just a bunch of nuts, bolts, and junk in there. There's also a tube sleeve of some new bearings. I think they're for up in here. Very nice. Nice, good stuff, right? I mean, this is a good donor. This is really a good donor for the Joe Wallace stuff that we got. I appreciate that, Joe, by the way. We were looking at getting just a chassis from PKT, from one of their customers, swapping out to a new chassis but taking all their components, and it would have cost probably, I'm guessing, he said he imagined anywhere between $400 and $600. So you say $500, that's what we paid for this, minus the, plus the gas to go down to Muncie and back, which was about $150 altogether, $75 each way. We got all this extra stuff. If we just got a chassis from Kim, we'd have no axle and components. We'd have no steering shaft and components. We wouldn't have a shift lever. We'd have none of this stuff. And here it is. It's all here. And this chassis is in really, really good shape. Underneath, it's got a little bit of signs of being used with the grinding, where it's touched the curbs or traffic. But this was a sprint track kart. And believe it or not, it's in really, really good shape. Probably better shape than this one, certainly. So we're super excited about this. I think we can just take a can of degreaser or WD-40 and a clean rag and just wipe this chassis down. We're not going to paint it. We're not tearing it down to nothing or anything like that. We'll fix it up as best we can. It looks like they got a little bit of booger weld on there. We can fix that up if we even need to use that mount. Well, we'll check it all over. We're really super excited. We couldn't have fell into a better deal than this. And I saw it on Facebook on the tag shifter buy, sell, discuss. It's like a classified, and then people just go in there and talk about carburetor problems or whatever they're dealing with, right? And I saw this thing for sale, and the guy said that he had it for sale. Another fella come in and asked him, basically, he said he wanted to trade it for a Micron 5 210 for his son's new X30 kart with an X30 motor. And so the fellow said, so basically you just want $500 for the kart and the motor? And the guy said, yeah. So I contacted him right away. And we've been working on getting down there for the past 3-4 days with the snow, with the forecast and the snow, heading straight down I-69 into past Fort Wayne, almost to Indianapolis. That storm was coming right up there, right up into Michigan, up through Lansing where we had to drive. So we put it off until we got a clear day. And then, of course, with MLK Day, there was nobody on the road. It couldn't have worked out any better. So we're super excited. Not nearly as much work to do in this package as there was in this package, right? Because we're cleaning this all up. We got to tear it all down and spray the chassis a different color. This one's going to need none of that. We'll take things off and look at it real close for cracks and problems. But I mean, everything's already here, folks. We get Joe's 4-wheel brake setup on here, bolted up and make sure everything's lubed and cleaned and ready to go. This car will be done way before this one. We need to spend another $100 and get another set of these Nerf bars and maybe some used pods for it or something. We've got the nose and another fairing like this up here that's got the Aero Kart stickers on it. You see them there? We bought those both those two pieces up there for 25 bucks last year at the OVKA where we got the kids' cadet carts. So we're super excited today. It's cold, but we're pretty excited. We got a bunch of stuff that we can sell off, spindles and stuff. Little, you know, a couple bucks here, a couple bucks there. It'll help us in the process of putting this thing together and getting it going. Do we hang on to the 80? What do we do with it depends. It depends on how much money we've got to throw at it. Reed cage and some reeds, make a flat plate aluminum plate and put a Tillotson carburetor on it. I could see us putting that on the Yamadog chassis, selling the Yamaha engine and clutch, because let's be honest, we could probably get a couple of $300-400 bucks a piece for those two items. That's more money we got to spend and get things built up. We got plenty of wheels, we got plenty of tires for stuff like this. We got motors. It's coming together, y'all. It's coming together. We're super excited. Hang in there. We're going to have some sparks flying and welding going on and all kinds of exciting stuff coming up. It'll get better. It's going to warm up too. Next week, I think we're going to be back in the 20s and 30s, so that's good. We get out of this sub-zero thing. But that's it. That's what the road trip was all about. We picked all this stuff up, and we're looking forward to playing with it. Hang in there, y'all. It'll get better. I'm praying for you.